Good morning, everybody. How you doing? It's me, Paddy from across the shock, and you're very welcome back to the channel. Now, this is the video I promised you at the weekend. Somebody had noticed I have a wee drawer of special Barlows, and I'd asked, did you want to see them? And you did. So I'm not going to make this an incredibly long video. I'm just going to run through these knives. If there's anybody there that sees something in this selection that they want an individual video done, please let me know, and I'll get that done for you as soon as possible. But I have this little thing about collections. I have collections within collections. Now, most of the times it's only maybe 5 knives in a certain collection. That's what I call a collection, 5 knives. So, but this one's a bit exaggerated because this is my Barlow's. Barlow's my favorite pattern by far. And I love collecting Barlows that have the script, either the name of the brand or some other script that's on the bolster of the Barlow, stamped, not etched but stamped. And I'd like to go through my little selection. I think I have about 16 here. That's not all my Barlows, that's just my Barlows with a stamp on them. So I'm going to pull this little drawer out. This is a real handy wee set of drawers. I think they were meant for paintbrushes or everything. They're not particularly sturdy, but it does me for what I want to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring you down, and this is my collection of Barlows. Now, I'm going to get that coin out of the way. There we go. Let me get that there. There we go. Now that's better. Okay, I'm just going to run through them probably randomly. These two are real. These knives, these collections that I make, they don't have to be expensive Barlows. These are cheap Imperial Barlows. There you go, Imperial Ireland. And I got them one because they were made in Ireland. But this is a big bolster. Now, when it's out like that, it's really solid. It's strangely solid, but it really is cheap stamped metal. And now it's a carbon blade, and it's got a really wicked edge on it. So this is a real user. If you want a beater, this is it. I mean, they cost. I mean, £10 you're picking these up for. They're not expensive. This is just the smaller two-bladed Barlow. This one's got a bit more wear on it, but again, I haven't really put an edge in that one, to be honest. It's a two-bladed one, but I like it because it has that the etch, or not the etch, the stamped bolster. Here's a really modern one. Now this one is etched, but it's such a lovely knife. I just wanted it is a Barlow. Obviously, you've got that lovely ring around the Barlow itself. This is Rosecraft blades, and this is their single-bladed Barlow in that beautiful sheep's foot. Look at that. Is that not just gorgeous? In beautiful orange bone, or persimmon bone, whichever you want to call it. And this is the rose. So these are in D2. Now this is just an amazing value knife. It's under about £60, somewhere around there. Just fantastic. The bone is delicious. We've talked about that before, and we will again very shortly. But a lovely, lovely Barlow. Now, and if I keep saying lovely, lovely, I'm sorry. It's really hard to get descriptive words that means the same thing and repeat them over and over. This is a Tailor's Eyewitness, one of two. This is their basic model. Now, it's their basic model, but somebody inserted a little bit of white bone in there for me. And, this is lovely. It really is a lovely little knife. Cheap hardwood scales, but a beautiful Barlow nonetheless. Not a whole lot of snap in that, but it's perfect. You've got that high ricasso, which makes it a great worker, and this does take a good edge. Great snap close though. Take your fingers off. Now, here's a George Wolstenholme. This is one of two. I've got a his as well. This is more modern than some, but it's a nice knife. Very like the Boker Barlow. Now I have a Boker Barlow, but I don't have the one I'm talking about. The modern day Boker Barlow looks exactly like that. It really does. And I'm not surprised, because France, Germany, England, the UK, their history goes back years and years. And the Barlow was was made in Sheffield. The first one was a Sheffield made Barlow. And so with this close proximity we had with each other and sharing knives and passing them around, it's not surprising they look very similar. But have I got it here? I think I got it here in front of me. Oh, here you go. There we go. This is the one I'm talking about. You'll see there is certain similarities. Can you see that? The blades are nearly identical. Nearly. The bolster's a bit different, but they're exactly the same size. So you can see the resemblance from Barlows. You can only make so many, you make a pattern of a Barlow and some are going to look like each other. So this is a lovely one and really good nick. I don't know, 70s maybe, 70s, 80s, but it's a nice Barlow. Might be older than that. I really don't know. It doesn't matter that much, to be honest to me. Um, which way we'll go? We'll go here. It's another Taylor's Eyewitness, but this is in beautiful, beautiful ironwood. Oh, there you go. I'll get that up for you to see. Let's see, you get it. Yeah, it is so beautifully figured. It's quite dark, but the figuration on it is so clear when you see it in hand. Lovely Barlow, lovely backspring on that as well. Just a joy. Uh, Different shaped, obviously, in the blade. This is the fatter. This is what I say is more the English style of a Barlow, where you got this fat middle, which is where you're going to do the most of your work. It's going to be, for cutting. I love this. It really is a beautiful knife. Now, the next one we're going to do is my newest one. If you've been watching the channel, this is a GECS Barlow. Now, it's a two-bladed Barlow, and it has taken me, I don't know, I have had so many years gone by of GECS Barlows and let them go and traded them for other things. And then when I wanted one for my collection to fill this out, because obviously GECS is one of the most popular in the world, and I didn't have a GECS Barlow, so I managed to pick this one up off a chap on one of my Facebook groups, and I'm over the moon. He sold to me for a really good price. Uh, there you go. Isn't that a nice looking Barlow? Not a huge snap on this one either, but it really doesn't matter at all, because like I say, once you hold it there, it ain't going anywhere. So lovely, lovely Barlow. Really pleased with this one. I've got to do the review on it. Lovely big pen blade on it for a small Barlow. Love it. Love it. And here's the fancy pantsy ones coming up now. This is a Bulldog brand, a German brand, and made in solid in Germany. This has the easy open notch. Beautiful. It has the etch on it there, and it's got, what's it saying, that etch? Oh, Tenerife, Tenerife, Burley? I don't know. Know what I'm like for spelling and pronunciation. It's not the best thing in my life. But what a beautiful bar. Look at that there. Is that not the nicest bolster, or one of the nicest bolsters you're going to see? And it's got tobacco on it. I did know the history of this, but it's gone out of my head. This is in Stag, old Stag. You can see it's been carried well. And it's got a little pen blade as well. And I say little because it is a lot smaller than the other one, but a perfectly good little knife. And then you have the Bulldogs on the back there. Beautiful. I love this. This was just a joy to get. You don't find these about a whole lot for sale. And neither do you find, well, there's probably more of these about. This is a Schrade. Uh, there you go, Schrade Scrimshaw series. And I think they made quite a few of them. I've seen quite a few, although they don't come up for sale. The blank cartouche there. But look at the stamping on that. How rich does that make that look? It's just gorgeous. I really do love this one. And it's got a nice fat handle on it, so you get a great comfortable grip on it. Beautiful. And again, the small pen blade. This is another one of my newer ones. This is a new Rogers one that I got. It's in Stag. Lovely bit of knobbly Stag there. Beautiful. But again, the bolster. Look at that there. The cross and the star. It's a Maltese cross, by the way. And there's good history behind this knife too, which you'll get when I do the review on it. There we go, Rogers stamp on there. Just a lovely, look at that. Wharncliffe, yeah, I think we'll call that a Wharncliffe, but a beautiful knife, lovely in hand. Lovely job. The next one is a Boker, and this is a Boker tree brand. This is made in Sologen, and just get this up. And this is an older, a much older one. I haven't dated it yet, but this is an older brand. Not an older brand, but an older model. But the stamp on the bolster is just beautiful. It really is. It reminds you of an old, an old-fashioned. I believe these are plastic scales. I don't think they're bone at all. No, I don't think they're bone. I think it's some sort of plastic, whatever it is that we using back then. But it's got that saw cut pattern. It's rough, and I like that. It's well worn. This knife has been used, which is what a knife's supposed to do. It's supposed to get used. So these older ones, and a nice big pen blade on that as well. Really nice. Not much of a snap on that, but I would say this is a fairly old knife. Date, I don't know, but I would say, it's going to be the early part of last century. Beautiful, and I love the fact it's done on both sides, which is another thing I really do like. Now that's a Boker, and this is a Russell Barlow, but this was made by Boker, and you can see that. Look at that. There's a Russell Barlow Green River Works. It says on there. And then it's got Sologen Germany on the back here. But that is a beautiful pen blade, spear blade, whichever you want to call it, drop point, whatever you want to call it. It is beautiful. This is in mint condition. Absolutely mint condition. Lovely snap to it. Lovely pen blade as well. This is a real treat. I'd been wanting a Russell Barlow for so long. And then it's like a bus. Two came at once because I got this one then at the same time. And again, this is plastic handles. That's bone on that one. This is the plastic handles again. Lovely fit and finish on this again. Russell Barlow. And again, you have that. Again, you got that distinctive Germany sort of look to the blade, the made in Sologen. And this is the Russell Barlow. This is to commemorate the 1875 to 1975. The 100 years. So that's gone back to 1975. In my teenage years, what a beautiful Barlow. I just love it. That Russell Barlow, that arrow. I don't know what it is about it. It's not that it's over dramatic or anything, but it's just nice. And again, they did it on both sides, which really makes a difference. Really makes a difference. And a lovely knife. And we have a pen blade here as well. Shorter pen blade, but again, nonetheless good for little small tasks. And then I got my GECs. This is the number 15 pattern. This is the one everybody kills to get, the 15 pattern. I love the spear in this. This is a great knife. Really enjoy that. A good amount of blade on a smallish frame. And just the perfect size. Absolutely perfect size. Down the middle, perfect. And again, the TC on both sides. I really do like that. And here's the Northfield. Again, these are like hen's teeth, trying to get them, and you pay for them when you get them, unless you buy them new. This is beautiful. This is the Yankee Barlow. What a beautiful, lovely piece of bone on this, and that Northfield on both sides, which makes a big difference. This is a number 77 pattern, which is a little bit bigger than the 15. If I show you them side by side, there you go. There's not a huge difference. Bit of a difference with the blade. But in the hand, this is much more of a work, and this is be a sort of EDC, if that makes sense. Although this will do everything I need to do. I would carry this as a main blade. Would carry it as a main blade. My dogs are sitting whinging because their ma's out as normal. But I get to do a video, so that's nice. So that's the Northfield. Beautiful. And then this is just my favourite Barlow out of them all. This is the GEC. This is the 2 Acorn Barlow. This is in stainless steel, which, GEC don't do that often. which is why they're sought after when they come. This is in 440C in the most beautiful bone. Look at that bone. I just fell in love with it when I seen that bone. I was really lucky to get the most beautiful pattern on it. It's nearly like a soup bone on this side because you get that as if it's been carved out with a, it's just gorgeous. And the Acorn Barlow there, the two acorns at the bottom of the leaf there, if you can see it in GEC on both sides. And it's the 86 pattern, which, there we go, I'll show you the 86 and the 77. And the 86 is again a little bit bigger than the 77. Just there you go. And them three go up in lovely heights. This is a proper big knife now. This is a real big work knife. I'll put the 77 away. Beautiful. So these three are the three main working Barlows that GEC do. And I'll put you all three together. And you know, size-wise, this is three beautiful sizes of GEC knives. 15, 77, 86. I adore these. Absolutely adore them. They will not go anywhere. They might get traded for something very similar, maybe just a different bone. But that's my, honestly, when I take this out, I can sit and look at these all days and fiddle with them all day. That's all I need is just to get them out and see them. I'd maybe have, there's about 16 here. I'd maybe have about 10 more Barlows. But I love just separating these into this different collection within a collection. So my question to you is, have you got a collection within a collection? Do you do it? I do it in quite a few things. But I say, a lot of the times it'll just be 5 knives from a certain brand that I will have. I'll put this, I'll just do it. I'll pull another drawer out and just see what's in it. If there's a, well, there you go. There you go. There's a little collection you'll see there. This is my Shatton Morgan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which I love doing. That's it, you know, it's 5 Shatton Morgans. That's what I call a collection. And usually most drawers you'll find one collection of some sort or another. And I just want to know, do you do that as well? Do you have collections within collections? Well, this is all tuckled up here. Because it's something I just enjoy so much doing. But anyhow, never forget. And if somebody rattles a tin in front of you in this next few weeks or so, make sure you put some dough in it. These people helped you get the life that you're leading today. So, take care, everybody. Paddy's away. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that didn't go on too long for you. Actually, I'm not doing too bad. 17 minutes on. That's not bad for 16 knives. Anyway, take care. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your week. Bye.